The movie starts with what seems like a normal day at sea. Ray and Jada, two close friends, head out on a routine fishing trip with a small crew. They're joined by Sho, the local marine supervisor, a man who's dealt with just about every problem the ocean can throw at him. At least, that's what he believes. Everything changes when they spot a boat on fire in the distance. Sho rushes over and discovers the cause is almost ridiculous. A group of reckless people were setting off illegal fireworks and accidentally set their own boat ablaze. He quickly puts out the fire, confiscates the fireworks, and it looks like the crisis is over. But then their fishing line catches on something heavy. It isn't driftwood or an old net. It's a body. As they pull it onto the boat, Jada sends her underwater drone down to see what else might be below. Instead of finding more bodies, the camera picks up a strange blue light deep beneath the surface. The light is moving. Worse, it's rising straight toward them. Sho heads off to alert the authorities, leaving Ray and Jada behind. That's when things take a horrifying turn. The corpse lying on the deck suddenly disappears. Before they can process what happened, it comes flying back out of nowhere and tears into Jada's neck. Ray jumps in to fight it off. Sho returns just in time and repeatedly stabs the creature, convinced he's killed it. But it refuses to stay down. It takes all three of them working together just to force the monster back into the ocean. By now, one thing is clear. Whatever that thing was, it wasn't human anymore. Jada's condition gets worse almost immediately. Sho's wife, Julie, who happens to be a doctor, rushes to help. One look at the wound tells her this is far beyond anything she can handle on the spot. Jada needs to get to a hospital immediately. While Ray stays with her, Sho can't stop thinking about what happened. He tracks down a police officer named Kimu and tells him everything. Naturally, Kimu thinks Sho has completely lost his mind. That changes the moment he sees the same glowing blue light for himself. Using Jada's underwater drone, the two trace the signal to its source. Resting on the ocean floor is a sunken ship, still glowing from the depths as if something inside is somehow still alive. Then suddenly, before they can process anything else, dozens of blue zombies surrounds their boat from every direction. Now Kimu finally realizes Sho wasn't lying. Then nature starts behaving in a way that's impossible to ignore. The ocean suddenly pulls back from the shoreline far faster than it should. Anyone who knows what that means realizes something terrible is coming. People on the beach barely have time to react before a massive wall rises on the horizon. But it isn't made of water, it's made of thousands of infected bodies. The enormous wave crashes into the coast, unleashing an unstoppable flood of zombies that overruns the city in seconds. From this point on, the chaos never slows down. Sho and Kimu barely make it back to land alive, only to find the streets already crawling with infected. Meanwhile, at the hospital, Jada has been placed in quarantine and appears stable. That doesn't last long. She wakes up fully transformed and immediately attacks Ray. Ray barely escapes as Jada tears through the hospital, searching for more victims. She soon targets Julie next. Ray manages to pull Julie into a nearby room, locking the door behind them while screams echo through the hospital halls and the outbreak spreads floor by floor. Elsewhere, Sho and Kimu run into the survivors from the fireworks boat and decide to make their way to the police station. Unfortunately, they're already too late. The station has descended into complete chaos. During the confusion, a man named Plan does something truly unforgivable. To save himself, he shoves his own girlfriend into a crowd of zombies, sacrificing her just to buy a few extra seconds. When Sho and Kimu confront him, Plan responds by pulling out a gun. Without hesitation, he shoots a police officer. After a violent struggle, Sho finally manages to knock him unconscious. As they tie him up, Sho starts questioning Kimu about the mysterious sunken ship. Kimu's reaction makes it obvious he knows much more than he's admitting. Before anyone can get answers, the station's windows explode inward. The zombies pour inside from every direction. Everyone is forced to fight their way back outside, but the streets are completely packed with infected. The numbers are so overwhelming that Sho fires a missile launcher just to clear a path. Even that barely slows them down. Then another warning comes in. A second wave is approaching, and this one's even bigger. Across the city, Sho's daughter, Sam, and her boyfriend are desperately hiding, first inside a mall and later inside a car. The problem is the car won't start. With the infected closing in, Sam's boyfriend makes a heartbreaking decision. He climbs onto the roof, blasts loud guitar music, and deliberately draws every zombie toward himself, so Sam has a chance to escape. The distraction works. Sho and Kimu arrive just in time to rescue Sam. Her boyfriend isn't so lucky. There's no time to mourn. The group immediately heads for the hospital to find Julie. Fighting through hallway after hallway filled with infected, they slowly run out of ammunition while searching the building. Then someone's phone call to Julie attracts another wave of zombies. Thinking fast, Sho grabs a live electrical wire sparking across the floor and uses it as a weapon, electrocuting several attackers at once. The noise finally alerts Julie and Ray, who emerge from hiding. For the first time since the outbreak began, the family is back together, but outside, the city has already fallen. There's still one person missing, Kimu's daughter, Tanny. She's running for her life through the streets until she reaches an isolated house on a hill. The owner, Marty, cautiously checks to make sure she hasn't been infected before allowing her inside. It quickly becomes clear this isn't an ordinary man. Earlier in the movie, Marty was secretly dragging a zombie corpse off the beach. Now the reason becomes obvious. Inside his house, he's been keeping a captured zombie alive for research. Tanny contacts her father over the radio, and the rest of the group heads to Marty's house. Kimu is overwhelmed with relief when he finally sees his daughter alive. Unfortunately, the reunion doesn't last. Growling echoes from the next room as the restrained zombie suddenly breaks free. Before anyone can stop it, the creature bites Kimu. Marty quickly shocks the zombie with electricity and manages to subdue it. That's when he reveals something important. He's also a doctor, and after studying the infected, he's discovered that electricity is their biggest weakness. A lower voltage can temporarily paralyze them. A stronger current can kill them completely. For the first time since this nightmare began, the group finally has something they haven't had all day. A real plan. Then Kimu finally reveals the truth behind everything. The outbreak wasn't a natural disaster. A multinational company had secretly been conducting illegal human experiments aboard the very same ship resting on the ocean floor. The experimental serum failed in the worst possible way, mutating into the infection that's now destroying the entire city. Knowing he's already been bitten and doesn't have much time left, Kimu makes one final decision. He sends everyone else ahead. Then he detonates a bomb, sacrificing himself while wiping out a massive cluster of zombies and clearing the path for the survivors. Now it's time for the final mission. The survivors split into two teams. Marty and Tanny head toward the sunken ship to plant explosives at the source of the outbreak. Meanwhile, Sho, Julie, Sam, and Ray make their way to a power station near the beach. Their plan is simple but incredibly risky. They reroute high-voltage power lines into a massive pool, turning it into one giant electrical trap. Now they just need something to attract the horde. Sho volunteers himself. Using loud music, he leads thousands of infected straight toward the pool while the others race to finish setting up the system. Nothing goes according to plan. Sho's truck gets stuck in deep mud with zombies closing in from every direction, forcing him into a brutal hand-to-hand fight while Julie struggles to free the vehicle. At the same time, underwater, Marty comes under attack while trying to plant the explosives on the wreck. Back at the power station, disaster almost strikes when the electrical system suddenly fails just as Sam tries to activate it. With only seconds left, she gets everything working. The entire pool erupts with electricity. Thousands of infected are wiped out instantly. At almost the exact same moment, Ray successfully places the bomb on the sunken ship. The explosion destroys the wreck once and for all, but Ray never makes it back. His sacrifice permanently destroys the source of the infection. In the aftermath, Tanny reaches the shore, where Julie and Sam pull her safely out of the water. She's alive, but everything she's been through has left her completely devastated. As the ocean finally grows calm again, the remaining survivors stand silently, staring across the water. They know just how close the world came to ending, and they know exactly what it cost to save it.